Welcome to this edition of Impact with DBO, specifically designed to talk about the business of music, issues that are of interest to those of us who are in this industry. We'll talk about the administrations, marketing, management, law, intellectual properties, and everything. This morning, we'll continue the series by looking at the contract. Contract is actually one of the very important things in the music business. And if you look around, if you look every day on social media, you see people, you see musicians fighting, talking, beating themselves. And when you go deep, you discover it has to do with contract, execution of contract, breach of contract. So it's very obvious that we don't actually respect contract. Some of us don't even understand what contract's all about. Some of us have total disregard for contract. They feel it's not binding. And you see, when you do contract rights, it may help you to smile to the bank. But when you do it wrongly anyway, it may not only kill your business, it will lead you into oblivion. So contract is something that we must understand from every perspective, from the perspective of the artist and the management, because when the two work together, then the success is actually easily determined. Like I promised always, we'll be talking about current issues, what is there. Then it has to be, this program will be dealing a lot on case studies, these issues that are very germane, that are still there. So this morning we'll be addressing the most recent thing, that's Sazusi and some of his clients. 2 nights ago precisely, Habib, Portable came about on social media, and he said, with bloodied eye anyway, he has been battered, he has been beaten, and usually was making noise, shouting. The bottom line, the issue is, he said he had a contract with some guys from America, and his manager they paid the manager 2.5 million naira, and that was last year. Now when they came this year, they called him that he should come and do the recording, and he told them that because coming from his place to VI, he will spend money, that they will add another 1 million naira, and those guys consented. But now it came down. When he finished, he was about leaving, and they started dragging themselves, they started beating themselves, and it became a serious issue. Now, you see, the thing is, I don't know, I'm not very close to Portable, but it's always there, it's always in the news. I think he should begin to listen to his management. He claims to have one. He should begin to listen to them. We don't live in Baboon Republic, like if you say, zoo or something like that. No. This is a country that is guarded by law, and is in a business that is highly regulated. You see, you shouldn't make this place animal kingdom where the mind is always right, where he keeps fighting for everything, not everything. He is a musician. Musicians should be very decent people. Going about fighting and forcing this shouldn't happen. You see, from what he said, I'm not very sure he had any contract. He could. I don't know. I don't have any knowledge about that. But these are very simple things. If you look at his argument critically, it looks reasonable that he was paid 2.5 million naira last year. And when you look at the cost of living, inflation, yes, he demanded for an increase. But you see, there are ways you do some of these things that will portray you as a very decent professional. You should begin to be professional in this thing. It's come a long way, I understand. You cannot achieve a right result by pursuing it wrongly. A very simple thing. It is not payment that comes first in all these circumstances. Your contract should come first. And what is a contract? A contract is best when it is written down. It states the terms of everything. Don't take everything for granted in contract. Every line in contract should be spelled out correctly, clarified. If you have spelled it out, now you are paying me 2.5 million, right? But this 2.5 million will lapse after 3 weeks, after 4 weeks, after a month because of inflation. Now, after 3 months, you have to pay so amount of money for this contract to have life again. If you don't pay, it becomes inchoate. Those are the very simple clauses that's in your contract. So by the time those people, maybe they delayed, actually, I don't know the details. By the time they came, maybe by early January, I said, bro, this contract was actually for last year. And I stated there that if we could not execute this contract in 2-3 weeks, then it remains invalid. You have to do those things. So those are the basic things. If you have done that, you don't need any noise. Just pull out a copy of your contract. They must have one. Then make reference to that particular clause that says you pay another 1 million naira. So you don't just tell them pay 1 million. And the guys were so clever about it, although criminally clever, let me put it in a clause. They asked him to come because they knew if they had expressed their unwillingness to go ahead, Portable would not come. They lured him. Thereafter, they started exchanging blows. No, they are as guilty as Portable. You don't need to go into all this. The details are there. That he has collected 2.5 million naira in exchange of his service. If he has not done that service, just call the police, get him arrested, enforce the law. Music is an international business. If this is the way we conduct business in Nigeria, we will not enjoy international patronage because nobody wants to come here and be fighting for everything. And it is only when you exchange blow that you get your will or your wish or your right enforced. No. I think we should begin to look at it critically. It is not only Portable, it cuts across. A while ago, it was Amaju Pinnick and Davido. They were fighting on very flimsy, very nuisance issues. Enter a contract and nobody was even ready to enforce contracts. Music is not for the touts. And the musicians should know strictly that you cannot be your own manager. It's always very difficult. It's extremely difficult. You are the master of the arts. You are the master of the music. Let some other people who are professionals in management, let them take up that responsibility. Then nobody is taking away your rights. You own your business, but let them do their job. Then follow them up. Follow their instruction. Abide with their rules. Then there won't be any of these animal farm. On every street, you begin to exchange blows. I don't think it is right. We'll continue with issues of contract because this thing keeps coming every day. Issues of contract, issues related to intellectual property, copyright keeps coming, and it's portraying the industry as not professional. By now we've come a long way. Nigerians have come a long way. So long. We have international musicians, qualified musicians, serious talents are bands in Nigeria. So what is deficient now is the management aspect, which we should take it. If by the time we address management issues, you see the way people will be ready to do business with us because they know these people know what they are doing. They regard and respect their law. They adhere to terms of agreement. And those are very simple things. Then you're free to come in. My social media handle will be available for you to seek clarification, which you can even bring online to discuss. You can also use the comment section to interact with me. I can assure you I'll address all issues. Just feel free to do it.